All right, ladies and gentlemen, with that, we now move forward to the first session, which is all about bridging that fintech frontiers and how augmented intelligence and UK-India collaboration can shape inclusive, responsible finance. Ladies and gentlemen, we are absolutely delighted. The Deputy Mayor of London for Business and Growth and Chair, London and Partners. Could we have a huge round of applause as I invite on stage Mr. Howard Dawber.
Thank you, and good morning, everyone. It's a huge pleasure and honor for me to be here at the Global Fintech Fest with more than 100,000 delegates this week and over 7,500 companies from over 125 countries. This really is one of the most important and influential gatherings in the world shaping the future of global finance. My name is Howard Dawber, and I'm the Deputy Mayor of London for Business and Growth, and Chair of London and Partners, which is the official growth agency. But before I was a politician, 12 years ago, I helped set up and run one of the most successful and important fintech communities and accelerators in the world, Level 39 at Canary Wharf, the home of fintech unicorns like Revolut. I'm really here as the warm-up act for our UK Prime Minister and my friend Sir Keir Starmer, who's coming here on Thursday, 300 business leaders. But first I want to tell you a story. Earlier this year, it was Father's Day, and I have a 15-year-old daughter, and she didn't get me a card. I thought maybe I'll get a card, but I didn't get a card. I thought maybe she'll get me a present, but she didn't get me a present either. About halfway through the day, when I thought, I got an email, and I started reading it, and it said some very nice things. It said, "My earliest memory, Dad, is of you picking me up when I was little. You always looked after me, you always looked out for me. You were always my number one fan, my biggest supporter." And it ended saying, "I wish every daughter could have a father like you." And I was so touched. I went to my daughter and I said, "Riley, that is the nicest email I've ever had." And she said, "Oh yeah, I did it on ChatGPT." And it struck me that at 15, she's already very comfortable using artificial intelligence, augmented intelligence. She must have written a very nice prompt at least. So she's are the tools that she's going to be using. So I'm here really on behalf of London to seduce you. I'm here to take the businesses from Mumbai, from India, to a place where you'll feel totally at home. Mumbai is a big global trading city. Like Mumbai, has lots of fantastic Indian restaurants, and actually restaurants from all over the world. A city with 250,000 people of Indian origin, and a city like Mumbai where everyone speaks English. Actually, that part is not true. I can promise you rain and cold weather. India is one of London's most important partners. In fact, India today is the #1 foreign direct investment source to London. And London is open for business. Welcome Indian innovators, investors, and institutions. For decades, for centuries, London has been the first port of call for Indian businesses looking for their first office overseas. In fact, 130 years ago, the first non-white British Member of Parliament in the British Parliament was elected, and he was Dr. Manchaji Bawnagri from Mumbai. So for hundreds of years, there's been trade, both culturally and financially, between London and Mumbai. And some of your biggest businesses from here, like Tata Industries, Reliance, L&T Technology, have found a productive home in London. And London's office here in India, headed up by my colleague Hemin Barucha and our Mumbai office, headed by Berzin Lut, is ready to help you. Both of them are here today. With the UK-India Free Trade Agreement, which was signed in July, there's never been a better time to look at what London might be able to do for your business. Now, London's strength as a global fintech hub is clear. We're the #1 tech hub in Europe, second only to Silicon Valley globally. We're #1 or maybe #2 financial hub in the world. New York thinks we're #2, we think we're #1, and they're #2. But it's always a financial capital of the world is. We're the third largest global hub for fintech venture capital investment, and in fact, we attracted last year more money in fintech in London than the next 5 European countries combined together. And we're home to 123 unicorns, more on the way. Over 40 of those unicorns are fintech. We're a global hub of tech talent with nearly 270,000 developers working in London. Now, we're talking today about augmented intelligence, one of the key themes of today's Global FinTech Fest. I like the idea of augmented intelligence. We talk a lot about artificial intelligence, but it's a better way to look at how AI shapes society. Not replacing human intelligence and ingenuity, but complementing it. The rapid development of these new technologies are creating innovative solutions for businesses and society across the piece. And London's at the very forefront of that. London's professional and financial services sectors are leading in AI investment and adoption, for example, in improving customer experience, on cyber security and fraud detection, and on creating more efficient business models. And we are right at the forefront of AI adoption, with the third highest number of data centers in the whole world, and as I said, a deep pool of tech talent. In our university sector, we have 27 universities that offer artificial intelligence, machine learning, and related degrees. And we have become the home and base to companies like OpenAI, Google DeepMind, Anthropic, Quantexa, and Scale AI, leading tech firms pioneering ethical data-led AI innovation. And Microsoft and Salesforce both opened recently their first global AI hubs in London. All of these companies see the value that the London tech ecosystem offers. And at the same time, we're growing our own AI innovative companies. Just a couple of our fast-growing companies, Synthesia, which uses AI to generate avatars and text-to-speech, is serving over 60% of the Fortune 100 companies with over 1 million users. And that's actually been invested in directly by the Mayor of London's own investment fund. And Quench AI uses AI to recommend video content on training people with new skills, raised 3.9 million last year, and that's also supported by the Mayor of London and our Grow London programme. And all of these exciting new applications of AI raise some questions about how we do it ethically. AI gives us superpowers. A human could never count the number of grains of sand on a beach or the number of stars in the sky, but AI can. It makes us closer to omniscient. It puts us in the same category as gods. And at the same time, AI might lead to the replacement of many millions of jobs that are currently done by humans. Those of you who have friends who are drivers, that job won't exist 20, 30 years from now. And questions about regulation are increasingly important. London offers a very supportive regulation system from the Financial Conduct Authority, which has long been recognised as a forward-thinking and innovative regulator. Our regulation is not reactive. We don't wait for problems to happen and then try and slap them down. Nor is it prescriptive. We don't try and prejudge everything that's going to happen and legislate to prevent every eventuality. Instead, it's based on principles and guide rails. The FCA's digital and regulatory sandboxes were pioneering and instrumental in growing London as a fintech hub. And most recently, the FCA launched the Supercharged AI Sandbox, working together with NVIDIA, giving firms access to better data, technical expertise, and regulatory support. In the global context, UK is ranked number 3 in the world for the Government AI Readiness Index, which looks at how prepared countries are to cope with AI and implementations of AI. So here's our offer to the companies in this room and to all Indian businesses. London stands ready to act as your global launchpad. If you want to crack the US market, come to London first. From India to the USA is culturally much harder. It takes a lot of changes, a lot of regulatory approvals. From India to London is much easier, and to go from the US from London to the US from London is much easier too. London and Partners team based here in Mumbai and in India more widely are ready to make the links for Indian companies to set up in London and join our London Fintech ecosystem. And here's our secret. From the day you step off the plane in London, we treat you as a London company. Our program called Grow London Global helps London-based businesses, including those that started in India, particularly in the tech and fintech sectors, to expand across the world. So far, we've taken 526 companies to more than 40 different markets. London is committed to deepening ties with India's dynamic financial and technology ecosystem. London and Mumbai, the UK and India, friends and partners, bringing together two of the most exciting tech and fintech ecosystems on the planet under the auspices of our new free trade agreement. And we're going to hear more about that and more detail of the free trade agreement later this week when our Prime Minister and Prime Minister Modi take the stage here. But my message today is to come and talk to us. Come and talk to us about what we can do together. We're not in competition with Mumbai. We are in competition with New York. But together, we're unstoppable. Thank you very much.